All right, here's a quick 12-minute protocol to unlock your quads, your hips, and your lower back. First thing we're going to do is breathing bridges. We did this in our dynamic. You're going to plant your feet, lay on your back, bring your hands to your lower rib cage, lift your hips slightly so your spine's aligned. Breathe in for 5 seconds. Exhale for 7 to 9 seconds. Lower down. Repeat that process. As you breathe in, you want to feel your hands move away from your center. As you exhale, you want to feel those hands come back towards your center. Repeat this 3 to 7 times as long as it feels good. And then we'll get into our next movement, which is sleeping slaps. Lying on your back, you're going to bring one knee up, put your hands together so you're facing one side. You're then going to lift and turn one hand towards the other side, opening up through your spine. Inhale as you reach, exhale as you deepen into that stretch. Hit 5 reps on one side, then you're going to flip it over to the other side, bringing the other knee up, facing the other way. Inhale, open, exhale, deepen. Great one to unlock our spine here. Also opening up through the shoulders and getting some slight hip stretch as well. Now we're going to get into some 90-90 hip swivels. You're going to start with your hands posted behind your back, sitting on your booty. You're going to lean over towards one side. One leg's at a 90-degree position in front of you. One's to the side of you at a 90-degree position. As you exhale, lean over that front leg. You'll feel a nice stretch through your hips. You'll then swivel your hips, keeping your feet planted. You're going to bring your knees up and then switch over to the other side, lean over. Keep repeating this process. Again, you can stay with your hands posted behind you, or you can bring your hands up. Try to keep your feet planted through that transition. That transition provides a really nice opportunity to mobilize those hips, open up those hips. You can also add in a leg sweep to switch sides. So bringing that side leg up in front of you, extended, and then sweeping so that leg is in front and the other leg is up to the side now. You can also press up into a figure 4 position. Again, this is great to mobilize your hips here. Just sitting up or standing up, kneeling up, by squeezing your glutes together to come into that figure 4. Keep rolling through this. Take this at your own pace here. If you want to stay on one side for a while, that's cool. Then we're going to get into bridge, sweep, swings, and reaches. So hands posted behind you, feet posted out in front of you. Lift your booty slightly. You'll then start by bringing your butt towards your heels, sweeping it back behind your arms. You can also press up into this tabletop. Great to unlock those shoulders as well as get those quads going. You can also add in a reach. You're going to inhale as you bring that hand to the sky. Exhale, reach over you. Great one here to mobilize your spine. Hit some reaches at different angles, sweeping through that reach. Find the stretches during this whole protocol that work best for you and your body today. Again, our goal here is to unlock our bodies, so take it at your own pace. Take it at your body's pace here. Good, now we're going to flip it over into a tabletop position. We got Spinal Waves or cat-cow. As you inhale, you're going to drop your back down and look up. As you exhale, you're going to pop your back through, round your back, and look down. See if you can feel each vertebrae moving individually, bringing that awareness into our spine, into our body. You can also start to flow and move with this. So as you inhale, sweeping that body forward. As you exhale, sweeping that booty back. You can take it into different planes of motion, bringing that wave sideways or laterally instead of just up and down, moving that spine laterally as well in a circular motion. Again, as we inhale, we're dropping that back. As we exhale, we're rounding that back. Now we're going to bring it into quadrupedal windmills. So Staying in that same position, knees down, you're going to exhale as you bring one elbow towards your posted hand. Inhale as you look up. Exhale, sweep that arm back behind you. Inhale, look up. Exhale, sweep that arm. Again, we're just mobilizing our spine here, our upper back, which is important for our lower back health as well. These are also commonly referred to as T-spine rotations. Trying to keep that spine aligned, trying to open that chest sideways. You can also bring it to full arm, so instead of a hand behind you, you can just drop that hand through the opposite side, then open up, reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, sweep that arm through the opposite side. Inhale, turn, open. Hit 3 to 4 on one side, 3 to 4 on the other side. Repeat this a couple times. Again, if this feels good, stay with this stretch for a while before moving on to our next one. Which will be rotational reaches. So now you're going to be sitting on your feet or your calves. Post one hand behind you. Exhale, reach behind you. Feeling a nice stretch through your spine here. You can also press that booty up as you reach, and that will give you a really nice stretch to the quads as well. Again, just deepening into that rotation as you exhale. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale, switch. Reach back behind you at different angles. So you can reach over your head here like I am doing. You can also reach just to the side. You can also come up onto your toes now and doing that same movement. Again, the more you press that booty forward as you're hitting that deep reach, the more you'll stretch to the quads as well. You can also add in just this reach back behind you with the same side hand, whatever works. But now we're going to move into a deep hinge to prone stretch. So now you're going to find a downward dog position. Lift your hips towards the sky. Inhale. Try to press your chest towards your knees. Then you're going to exhale and move into an upward dog. So you're going to rotate that spine. So now your hips are down and you're facing up towards the sky or towards the front of you. Exhale, rotate back to that deep hinge downward dog position. Again, trying to press that chest towards your knees. You'll feel a really nice stretch through the entire back of your legs. Exhale, sink into that upward dog. Great stretch that upward dog is for the lower back. And that transition is really good for your spinal health as well. Keep those hands posted down with some strength. And again, taking this at your own speed, so you don't have to sit in one position for very long, or you can choose to sit in one position for a good amount of time, finding the best stretch that works for you. In the morning, I recommend moving through this at a little bit more of a high speed or flowing through this with more energy. Again, we're trying to unlock that range of motion, but we're also trying to energize ourselves, getting ourselves ready for the day. If you're doing this at night, you can take this a little slower. Our next stretch is going to be in that upward dog position, but then you're going to bring one knee up towards your hip level, and we're going to hit prone stretch with arm rotation. So as you inhale, you're taking that same arm up to the sky. Exhale, reach it back behind you, and then sweep it back in front. You can hit this 3 to 5 times on one side, and then switch sides, bringing that other knee up to the front, bring that arm up over you, reaching behind, coming through. Stay strong through that posted hand, and stay with your breath through this movement. Our next position here is a straddle stretch. So you're going to bring one leg out to the side, sink those hips back, take one leg out to the side, other one you're going to be posted on the knee. Sink back into the stretch as you exhale. Inhale, come back forward. Exhale, sink. Inhale, back forward. Do this a couple times on one side. Hit it again a couple times on the other side. Purposely not giving you time marks for each position or each movement here, because make it your own. So however long you have, whatever time you have, you can personalize these movements to meet that time frame. I recommend at least 30 seconds per stretch, but again, with whatever time you have, personalize this protocol for you. You can begin switching sides through this movement, hitting one stretch on one side, then flipping it over to the other side. Just trying to sink those hips back. You'll feel a really nice stretch through those hips. Now we're going to hit spinal articulation. So come into that deep hinge position. Walk those hands up to your feet or back towards your feet. Then from there, we're going to be in a deep fold. You're going to inhale as you come up to a standing position. Exhale, sweep those hands back down to the deep fold. Inhale, come up, stand. Exhale, sweep down. This is a great one to release tension from that lower back, as well as unlock some range of motion in our spine. Stay in that forward fold as long as you would like. That's a great position there to release the tension from that lower back. So if you're having a lot of pain, that forward fold will be a great position. You can just hang, let yourself hang, and droop down. Inhale again, sweep up to a standing. Exhale, back down. Move through this at your own pace for however long feels good. And when you're done, that's all we got. Thanks for joining. I hope you find some relief and some mobility through this practice.